Real nigga for real. Yeah, new money, who this? New phone, who this? New life, who this? Switched up, yeah. Text from my ex like who this? And I got the same number, who this? Swerve on point like who this? Yeah. Switched up, yeah. New money, who this? New phone, who this? Yeah. New life, who this? Yeah. Switched up, yeah.
What's up, people? What's up, people? How are we doing tonight? It is Mo and Bobby coming at you with Dark Melanin News. And as you can tell by the title, it is Foolery Friday.
Yes, it is.
We've been MIA for 2 weeks. We had some
a lot of stuff going on.
I ain't gonna lie. I had a lot of stuff going on. My life wasn't together, and I had to take a sabbatical to become an adult for a while. But now that I'm situated, we are back in action, and I just wanted to say thank you guys for being with me and following my page. Even though I'm a mess, I appreciate it more than y'all will ever know.
Yes, we do.
even Bobby had to put up with me and my childishness and my emotionalness, because I told her, what day was that? I told her Wednesday, the death of a Care Bear has taken place. Because I am a self-proclaimed Care Bear. And, you know, I'm all for pulling people up out of the trenches, and making them better and sticking together and teamwork make the drink. No, man, after this week, I'm done. Don't ask me for shit. Don't come looking for me. As you heard, switch up, new phone, who this? That's the perfect song to start this off with. New phone, who this? Because for every person that I reached out to, like I told Bobby, I had 26 contacts in my phone. I already don't talk to a lot of people. And of those 26, probably about 13 of them was my family. I had to delete about 10. So that should tell you what my phone look like right now. But now that I got my car back, and now that, you know, work is situated and my money flow is okay again, I ain't got to worry about nothing. Now everybody want to be on my phone, on my page, liking and commenting and hello and no hello for you.
Please continue to support the show.
Oh no, always support the show. Always support the show.
You are not. Please support Black business, Black news, Black media, all that.
Right, and I love the fact that you guys, do you know how many shares we actually get a day on this page? Like, out of the stories that we take from either one of our pages and we put on Black Melanin News, we get over 160 shares every day. But there's a problem with that, because I need for y'all to like and follow if y'all gonna be stealing stuff off our page.
True.
Like, I understand y'all want to put the knowledge out there, but please give credit where credit is due.
Yeah, don't steal a niggas memes. That's not cool.
That's not cool. Not cool at all. I had a problem with that, because I was like, every time I refresh the page, I'm seeing 20 plus shares. I'm like, yay! Awesome! But where are these people?
You can't see, right.
Where are these people? Why are you stealing my stuff? Now I feel like I gotta be selfish. Mm-hmm. That's messed up.
And that's just not okay.
It's not okay. I see what people was talking about, you know, how you gonna share my post. You can at least like it first so they know where it came from. That's what I want, just a little bit. Okay. So while we wait for people to get in here, the reason why this is called Foolery Friday is because we've been MIA for 2 weeks, and me and her discussed how it's been just like a nonchalant type vibe going on for the past 2 weeks. Not a lot of, you know, newsworthy, in my opinion. Newsworthy stuff done popped up. So I think what would be appropriate is definitely finding out what you guys want to talk about. Find out what you guys have read about, heard about. Maybe we've seen it. Maybe we've heard something. Just let us know, so maybe we can talk about it. I think the most popular thing talked about today is the school shooting. But to talk about the school shooting would be talk about like every other school shooting that has happened. We knew, like I was telling Bobby, we knew who it was before the news knew who it was. And that's not to say that I'm prejudiced or racist, that I just believe like every white kid in the world is just going to shoot up a school. But when you start noticing a pattern, common sense kind of kicks in and says, hey, that might be, you know, the MO. That might be our guy. I'm sipping on Roscato, and it feels good. This stuff is delicious. I know I'm not bougie in any type of way. I tasted this at an Olive Garden, and I have loved it ever since. It is the best thing in the world. If you don't know what Roscato is, it costs $12 at Walmart, and it is super delicious. Super, super delicious. Absolutely delicious. Oh, man.
So what is in your spirit to talk about?
What's in my spirit to talk about? I ain't even gonna lie. I want to get our talking points out on this Cardi B, Azalea Banks thing, because I've been having it bubbled up in me. Because listen, I feel like I'm the only one that's like, definitely shoot the messenger on this one. Everybody's like, Azalea Banks has valid points, and you can't be mad at her because you don't like her. Yes, the fuck I can. Because that's like Donald Trump coming to me and telling me what's wrong with my community when you've dictated and taken place in what's made my community bad. Azalea Banks is a troll. That's all she is. She's a troll. She is the epitome of a troll. She is a troll manifested. And I feel like the only reason she came for Cardi B, she picked an easy target, because Cardi B is an easy target.
Why? She can't read and write?
No, because she got to respond to everything. She got to respond to everything. It doesn't matter if a spaghetti monster from the sky came down. She would have to respond to it if it said anything. And we can cover that's her insecurity. I feel like she got mental issues. But it's not that she can't read and write. It's just that she from the hood. She didn't take priority in school. But she took priority in the hustle. Versus Azalea Banks, she done made her rounds with every white dude she came in contact with, bleaching her skin, and still, after 6 years of being in the industry, ain't came close to what this illiterate hood rat could possibly do.
True.
So beyond all her valid points, all I see is jealousy. All I see is jealousy. And then to use women empowerment as a cover-up and consciousness, she used Beyonce right after. She was like, oh, we were talking about lemonade and women power, and Beyonce, the same Beyonce you tried to get into a Twitter argument with, talking about how you gonna stay with the same man after so many years and he cheating on you.
That's a business marriage.
We know it's a business marriage, but Azalea Banks don't get to talk on this shit.
True, that's true. I kind of feel like
the same chick that go on black girls Instagram and be like, chick, you too dark, you need to bleach your skin, you need to do A, B, and C. But if someone comes around and brings up the fact that you bleach your skin too, we're calling her unattractive. That's wrong. Now, of course, there's colorism issues in it. Always. There's always going to be. But I don't want to listen to no bitch hater trying to come behind. That's like Hotep niggas using consciousness to excuse all their reasons why they treat women bad.
Yeah, but
What?
It's just like what I said. I said that it would have been better received if it came from somebody else. If somebody who doesn't, I'm trying to think of somebody who's, like, maybe, I don't know, like.
No, somebody said it recently.
Like a Lauryn Hill.
Okay.
Or somebody that the community respects in music.
Okay.
I think it would have been received differently.
What was the message behind it? What was the message behind it? That the fact that she spells horribly, that she speaks horribly, that she's loud and rude and crude?
No, the message is that she's a caricature of a black woman, and that she can get away with a lot more that actual African American women cannot get away with.
Whose fault is that?
Nobody said it was Cardi's fault. She was just making a point of that's just what the music industry is. And that's why I say every now and again a fool will actually say something wise. Might happen once in their lifetime.
So again, but
don't
all the people you could have brought up.
You kill the messenger, but don't kill the message because it's true. It's absolutely
so
true.
was she saying it in the basis of this is the music industry and we need to fix it? Because when I listened to it, all I heard was DJ Envy say, he started the fucking pot. Did you call her an illiterate rat? And then she dogged into Cardi B versus dogging into the multiple other women that are trying to come into the industry that are doing the exact same thing. Because Cardi B might, as much as we want to believe that Cardi B is, the epitome of what women want to be, no, we just like her music. Nobody out here talking about, oh, I'm going to be a stripper. Ain't nobody out here talking about, oh, I'm bloody gang. Ain't nobody doing that shit. We just like her music. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, that's true.
And
what I was going to say was, like I said, people don't like the fact that the message was received from Azalea Banks. If it was somebody less controversial who really was like, oh, I'm not one to complain, but I gotta say this, people would have actually thought, I'm like, you know what? She's kind of right.
I don't know, because I feel like Cardi B is such an easy target. I feel like
she makes herself an easy target.
She makes herself an easy target. But if you were really having a genuine conversation, you would have picked somebody of. I mean, literally, you could pick a numerous amount of light skinned musicians to go after to pick and say, oh, they're adapting this type of.
Nobody's as ratchet as Cardi B.
Hey, Lioness, how you doing? Okay, so there's no real topic tonight. We just talking garbage, pretty
Foolery,
much.
Current events.
Current events, and right now we're discussing the whole Cardi B Azalea
Feel free
Banks
to throw
thing.
out a topic if you want to talk about something.
Oh yeah, we got time. We got time today.
But
And
no, I was just gonna say it's absolute. Azalea Banks is not the first one to say this.
No, she's not.
There's been people who said this when she first came out.
Right.
Who was like, why the fuck do y'all rock with her like this?
Right.
I mean, they weren't in the industry, but they were like, I don't get it.
Right.
So, but it's just, I think what it is the timing, and it's the fact that it's Azalea Banks.
But Cardi, that's, okay, this is my thing. If she had started out something else, I would have been perfectly with the whole caricature phrasing of it. But this has literally been what Cardi B has always been.
But that's another thing. That's another thing she brought up. Another thing she brought up, she's like, you just now are identifying as a black woman when it's been Latina, Trinidad, Latina all day.
Isn't Trinidad black?
Not always. A lot of those are more.
You just said always.
No, some of those people are more Tiano Indian or Carib Indian than anything else. Be real. They got colonized just like the others. Just like everybody in Dominican Republic,
right.
And they Spanish, they white, they're white Latinos.
You're right, but okay, but how about this? Then I take offense to her baiting Cardi B on the fact talking about
baiting.
Yes,
did nobody bait her?
Let me finish. Baiting because she got now. You have people talking about, oh, that's right, she didn't claim blackness. Azalea Banks has been bedwitching since she got into the.
Saying. That's why I said every now and then a fool will say something wise.
She been I cannot take what she says seriously
because it's her.
No, that's not why. I cannot take what she says seriously. Because your actions speak louder than your words. The fool might say something like, don't jump off that building, you gonna die. But why the hell are you jumping off the building?
True.
And that's how I felt listening to that whole interview.
But I feel like
I'm not giving her no pass on this. It's not even the fact that I don't like Azalea Banks. I wish her the best because she's been in the damn
I don't like her. Cardi B, she's starting to get on my nerves.
And she gets on everybody's nerves, but that's her.
I like her album.
That's her selling point. That album is my workout. Like,
I mean, even though 20 niggas wrote it, I still like the album. But you can't say. But I mean, Drake does the same thing. Drake, I mean, he has a ghostwriter. It ain't never stopped his bag. I mean,
right.
We know the guy's face and his name. So it's like we can't. That's another thing. It's like, yeah, the album's cool. Shout out to Cardi B and the 12 other niggas who wrote the album. It's a good album. But like I said, I think it's more that it's Azalea. But that's why I said when she put out the message, like the message, the message from her spirit on IG.
Which one?
That long drawn response when Cardi B had her
talking about
manager
unattractive.
Yeah, when she had her manager write her response, because we know she didn't write that, because she writes trying as Trina. Right. So we knew.
Look, look, man.
Anyways,
I'll never down nobody's literacy, because she making more money than I'll possibly see in my life. And we know that 20 people wrote her damn album, so we already know she didn't write the message.
But isn't that the problem with the country now? Too many rich billionaire fools?
Didn't we just talk about leaving the damn country? Like, this is no longer my problem, okay? That is no longer my problem.
True.
Okay?
But no, I was going to say...
My brother and sister are going to graduate high school and go to schools in other countries, and I'm okay with that. Lioness said is...
No, you're not missing out on nothing. Is it bad that Azalea Banks isn't on my radar? No, you're not missing out. We're just talking about her because she made the news this week, but...
all over the damn news. And
no, when she wrote her IG response talking about how... what did she say? Talking about how... I don't even want to go into it because it was just so sad. I would have turned off my IG as well.
She was like, you were... She's like, you... Actually, I can bring it up.
We don't have to because it's just that sad.
It's not.
It's sad because it's true. Wasn't no lies in that response. She ain't that cute without contour. She does always wag her tongue, and there is some type of residue on it. I didn't see the cold sore scars because I don't be looking at people's mouths like that.
Right.
But, and then, and it wasn't responsible for her to talk about how she don't use condoms when you're a role model and there's so much HIV going on.
Wait. Are we talking about the same Azalea Banks?
Yeah, Azalea said that in her IG response.
No.
And in the Rolling Stone interview, she did say that, and it did sound fucking crazy.
So we're talking about the same Azalea Banks who has literally advocated for fucking multiple men at the same time.
With condoms.
No. I don't give a damn.
No,
I don't give a
condoms
damn.
And saying, oh, well, I don't really even use condoms.
But Cardi B ain't going around talking about, threesomes are awesome, especially if you're the only black chick.
Listen.
I'm not...
No, you can't do that because we just talked about open relationships last week, so you can't
did.
even don't do that.
No.
Don't be that hypocrite.
It's different when you're fucking for money.
No,
it's
don't be that hypocrite. No. Don't be that hypocrite. Man. No, we were just talking about open relationships and what's the difference and be don't do that. Don't do that. Don't be a hypocrite on your own show.
I'm letting this die. We have our differences, as you can tell on this show.
No.
I'm letting this die. What y'all want to talk about tonight? Because I'm just mad about the whole situation. Because I don't.
Why are you mad?
Because that chick is a cum dumpster, and she is literally being validated. That's why. At least Cardi B claims her shit. At least she's like, I know I'm a hoe. I'm a stripper. I make money. I'm fourth baby mama. Yeah, so what? I'm doing better than you in life.
While they edit videos? Check.
Yo.
Oh, you ain't got nothing to say now.
Yo.
When she needed to come up.
But Azalea Banks did the same thing, and she didn't even get half the clout. Not even have the clout. And I feel like that's all that this interview was. She can make all the valid points in the world about Cardi B. But Cardi B is such an easy target, an insecure person.
But let's not act like she didn't get where she was because of colorism. Let's not act like that.
Of course not. We all know colorism plays the biggest role.
It's not just Cardi B. It's Alicia Keys, Beyonce. It's all that. Like, I think SZA should be further than a lot of these artists. But she still can't get past people saying dumb shit like, I can't believe she looks like that.
Quick question.
Oh, she looks like this. Oh, why? She's too dumb. Like, I see that. And I think she's gorgeous.
Quick question. Can anybody that's watching this right now name 2 current dark-skinned artists that are women? And SZA is excluded.
And don't say Lauryn Hill. That was 1999.
That was 1999.
She's on a 20th anniversary tour. Like, don't do that.
Right, I wasn't even born yet. I need 2 dark-skinned artists.
1999? Yes, you were. 1999?
Yeah, I was. Okay.
I didn't say...
I was 6. Okay. But I didn't start listening to Lauryn Hill until I was like 13.
But still, like... Some people bring up, what about Lauryn Hill? Lauryn Hill was 99.
Right. And if anybody can bring up 2 dark-skinned artists, female artists currently in the game, and I mean at the height that SZA is, or at the height that Cardi B is, that we can try to put this colorism thing to a hilt. But as it currently stands, I ain't seeing nothing but a bunch of light-skinned people becoming rich. It is making me mad because I want to be able to be like SZA. SZA is a gorgeous woman. She is gorgeous. She's intelligent. She's creative. And to hear that her next album is her sophomore album because she's a crybaby, I feel some type of way about that.
What do you mean her next album?
She's making a sophomore album next year, and she feels like she got shysted out of the Grammy.
Oh yeah, of course.
So
of course,
I feel like
everybody thought that
she's being a little baby and going and crying in the corner and going to stop her own career, her own growth because of one sidestep. If you were able to get that Grammy, then of course people would give you umpteens amounts of congrats. But you're dark skinned, you're skinny, you're uncontroversial, you stay in your own lane. There was no way they were going to give it to you.
True.
There was no way that you were going to get it. I knew that coming from a mile away. There was no way you were going to get it. So she got 15 minutes. No, Azealia Banks been in the game for like years. Lioness said, oh, she got 15 minutes. Azealia Banks been in the game for years, but she cannot seem to...
She's always got beef with somebody.
No, I was going to say something very vulgar.
No, I was like, don't get me wrong. She can really rap.
She can't find the right dick, so...
No, she can really rap, but she's always burning bridges. She actually started out really good. She had... Back when G-Unit was still kind of popping and ASAP, the whole ASAP team, they all vouched for her. She was going the right direction. And then she just went batshit crazy. I don't know if she pissed off the wrong voodoo spirits. Because you know she had that video of those dead chickens in that room.
I did hear
so
about
I don't
that.
know if the spirits got tired of the chickens or she got tired of going in the chicken room. But she just... Things just took a dramatic turn.
Miss Crane says, does Tamar Braxton count?
As light-skinned? Like,
I asked for a dark skin. I don't even know what Tamar Braxton...
Tamar Braxton ain't dark-skinned?
I don't even know.
What is she talking about?
I mean, is she though? Like...
No, Tamar Braxton is light-skinned and
And is she current? I mean, is she still current? Because isn't Tamar Braxton like old R&B?
I could have swore Tamar said her last album was going to be her last album.
Okay. So, I don't know, Miss Crane. Might have to...
But Tamar Braxton isn't dark-skinned. Not by a long shot.
Sorry. Look. That's the judge right there. She says that's a no-go.
She may have been at one point in time, but she's definitely not anymore.
Yes, they cannot have skin bleach. They have to be dark and still dark.
Oh, well, you know what? Yeah... She's not dark skinned.
Hold on, see, you're gonna make me put it to a test.
She's not. Like none of them. Like none of the Braxtons. I mean, one sister can be considered a little bit like kind of medium, but
that woman is not dark skinned. Not by a long. This woman.
Yeah, she's not dark skinned.
Right, she your complexion, and I'm wanna find.
No, she's lighter than me. She may have started out being my complexion, but she is definitely not. She's way lighter than me now.
Okay, so nope, that's a no go. Nice try though. Try again. Try one more time.
Yeah. Oh, here's a good. I don't know if you. Okay, you seen the This Is America video?
Oh yes.
Okay, so what do you think about some people saying you can't be conscious if you date a white person or you date outside your race?
Oh,
like where do you fall with that?
Hold on.
Because a lot of people were like, "Oh, if he's so conscious, how come he got his baby mama pregnant with a two-peat?" And then some people were like, "Oh, well, he's a nigga nerd, and women don't like nigga nerds."
I heard that.
And then some people are like, "Oh, that's not an excuse. Women like nice guys." And then other women were like, "I hate Negroes altogether." So, okay, there was just so many arguments.
Okay, so let me start off with the one argument. One part of that argument I do know: black women don't like nerdy men.
You think so?
No, wait, no, that's just the argument. That's the argument point. Black women don't like nerdy men. I'm a black woman. I like anime. I like comics. I like dressing up. I like Halloween. I like all that shit. I know lots of black men, dark-skinned black men, big, bushy, muscular black men that love going to Comic-Con, love going to anime cons, love dressing up, and all that other stuff.
So you're saying that's not an excuse?
That's not an excuse.
All right.
That
you saying he would have, no matter what comic book convention, he would have found a
he
beautiful
would
black
have
woman.
a beautiful one of the.
All right.
That's
cool.
not an excuse. Okay. So.
All right. Cool.
So the next argument.
Can you be consciously aware?
Can you be consciously aware and date outside of your race? You can be, but you are not going to be a part of the fight, the struggle. You're not on the boat.
You ain't getting on the boat.
You're not getting on the boat.
You gotta get on some floating driftwood.
Lioness said, lies, I wanted a nerdy man and I got him. Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's right. That's not an excuse. So can you date outside your race and still be woke? You can be woke and you can be aware of the topics and you can be a part of the conversation. You can't even be a part of the conversation, but you will not be, invited to a lot of get-togethers, because I feel like when you're dating outside of your race, and I know that I have a lot of white friends myself. There are a lot of white people who are aware of the situations, aware of what's going on, but they will never experience it, and they can't relate to us on the same level as another black person could. Mm-hmm. So I've heard the argument, you love who you love who you love. Love ain't got shit to do with me getting shot in the street at 12 o'clock at night for unlocking my car. Okay? Love ain't got shit to do with that.
True.
And, I've dated white guys, and the term, once you go black, you never go back, is a real thing. Because it's like night and day. It really is. It's like night and day. What you feel like you can converse about with another black person, you might have to tiptoe around with a white person. And as much as you want to, share that information with them and ask them for their opinion is never going to line up with what you might think or feel is morally right, because they don't experience it. You're asking them to literally put on your pair of glasses and see everything the way you see it.
Yeah. Well, I have a confession. I went on, when I first moved to Charlotte, I went on one date with a white guy, and then I was good. We went to Cheesecake Factory, and I went home and said, this isn't for me. But it was cool just to see what it was like, but I was like, this is going to be a strong no.
You so serious.
But,
Lioness said, not all black people can relate to our struggles until they have that nigga moment.
True. Every
black person that is on this earth will have or has had a nigga moment, and they might not.
To say something.
They might wait. They might not react to it in the same way. They might even push it all the way back to their subconscious and be like, "That didn't happen." But every black person on this earth will have their nigga moment. It will come, and regardless of whether that's on their deathbed and the doctor's like, "Hey, I don't like you. You're gonna die today." Or it's just walking down the street.
That's a very Lifetime movie-ish.
It is Lifetime movie-ish, isn't it? Oh, script. Keep that note. I was 14 years old and never in my life realized anything about color until I went to the movies with my white boyfriend and he got called a nigga lover in 2007. Right. That's deep. I was like, I'm 14 years old. Come on now. But at that moment, I had my nigger moment. I was just like, well, guess I'm black today.
You didn't know you was black before?
Man, okay.
Or was you on that I don't see color?
My mom, we grew up in the hood, but I went to the white church. I went to the white school. I hung out with nothing but white people. I got all the resources and everything. So, I always was like, I'm equal to you because, we're always hanging out doing the same thing.
I never liked white church. It was so dry.
I didn't realize the difference until I went to a black church.
I'm used to black church, but then I went to a white church and I'm like, yeah, I'm feeling a little sleepy.
Right. Lioness says, I'm sick of that cop-out. How is it a cop-out, though?
What's a cop-out?
I think love is love is love is a cop-out.
That is a cop-out.
How so?
That love is love thing, or I don't see color, that's a bunch of bullshit. And you know how I know it's a bunch of bullshit? Because there's a lot of black people how when it comes to meeting your white boyfriend, girlfriend's parents, they let you know very well where you stand with them and what they think about your relationship. And then they get you boo-hooing and resting and crying on some mammy titties because your white significant other's family don't accept you. And that's when you realize you don't see color, it's just a fairy tale. When you go to that picnic and they keep looking at you and whispering, making you feel like you don't belong, that's when you figure out what the fuck time it is. So yeah, it is a cop-out. And I know every interracial relationship didn't have that kind of moment. Even if it wasn't the parents, it was the uncle, it was the grandpa who still got the picture of the great-great-grandfather with the Confederate flag, or it's the postcard of the lynching picnic that they had back in 1804. Like, you gonna catch it. So you may not think you don't see color, but they do. And they see it as soon as you bring your black ass in the house for Christmas and you trying to scoop up that macaroni raisin salad and pretend like you like it. So all that's no.
Okay, so we brought up this because of Danny Glover, and he is what black people say is woke, you know, with his This Is America video. There are a lot of black whoa, pause. Oh, okay. So
I got the shocked face.
Y'all should have seen her face. No, okay. So I have talked to a lot of black men and a lot of black women, and they believe that Danny Glover is woke upon woke with this whole music video thing. And I'm like, yeah, he's an artist. He's a comedian. He literally conveyed a lot of things in that video. But that's what it takes to be considered woke. And then a lot of them just now finding out. I knew he had a white girlfriend, and I knew that. I've known that for a long time. But that doesn't stop me from, liking his work. But I don't think he's woke. I don't think he's contributed anything to the black community for us to be like, yeah, that's our brother. I don't look at him that way. So with this whole This Is America video, I'm like, yay, another artistry music video to depict the struggles of black people. Next. like literally that's literally how I feel about it. I like the video.
So are you ready to see more like, what's the term, boots on the ground? Like, if you really care, I need to see you active in the community. Is that where you stand?
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I literally had to think about it for a minute because I'm like, I'm tired of, like, with the whole death of the Care Bear, if y'all didn't hear about my whole death of the Care Bear thing, with the whole death of the Care Bear mentality that came along with it, as I looked through the YouTube videos and the comments of people being like, yeah, this is what we need, yeah, this is what, I was like, who the fuck is this saving? Who is this helping?
Or T.I. getting arrested and somebody, fake nigga outrage talking about they're arresting our black leaders.
Right!
That person got deleted from my Facebook.
How was he a black leader? I could be a black leader. This is all it takes.
I'm just going to let you know, whoever reposted, hey, a picture of T.I. and said, hey, they're arresting our black leaders, just know I deleted you from my Facebook friend. Because you can't be that lost fucking with me.
How is T.I. a black leader? Because he uses big words? Like, is that all that it takes?
I don't know, but I'm too old to be pretending I got to be your friend if you just
that's what
you just that ridiculous.
That's what I feel like. I feel like, well, that went on top of the whole, because I've always hated this term, invited to the cookout.
You talking about white people who might say something in favor of black people, so automatically they get invited.
Right, that's
to the
all
barbecue.
It takes. So y'all telling me that because he said, "Oh, that's wrong, that black men shouldn't get arrested or shot," then he can get invited to our revolutionary conversation when we talking about taking these motherfuckers down?
No, I do agree. More celebrities need to speak out, but besides speaking out. Because, everybody's speaking out on social media.
Right.
But I do like that they are using their platform, but I actually do want to see their boots on the ground.
Right. Lioness says, I don't care that he has a white girlfriend. What the fuck is woke anyway? Define woke to me. So-called woke folk can be borderline offensive and PETA-like.
That's true. That's another good point. People do, the word woke is very oversaturated. It's overused. It's used all the time.
Right. Me and Bobby.
Same thing with Hotep. I can argue this both ways. Too many people are using the word woke And then if you say something, or if you feel like an idea or a concept is too out of the way, then somebody's like, oh, you're just a hotep.
Right. So me and Bobby don't really use that word too often unless we're making fun of it. Because woke used to mean something.
It don't mean shit no more.
It doesn't mean anything anymore. Woke used to mean that you are on a path of enlightenment when it comes to black reality, black history, understanding the transition to go from being oppressed.
Nope, I won't even give them that.
You won't even give... Okay, so that's the path that I was on.
No, not nothing against you.
Right.
I would define woke, and y'all might be like, this bitch is crazy.
You stupid.
But I define woke as people ready and setting the tone and setting the path and getting ready to start a legacy for liberation.
See, but I believe... No, wait, I'm with you on that, but I believe that can't happen until you understand.
That's why a lot of people ain't woke. And that's why that word is overused.
Exactly. So... I'm with you on the what is woke anyway, because it's not what it used to be.
To me, when I think of people who are quote unquote woke or quote unquote liberators or leaders, and I hate to keep going to the past because there are people right now who are doing work, but the people I consider, I'm like, yeah, they're really on that path. I can see the spirit of the energy of this person are people local to my community. Right. People who stand out. And I don't want to name names. People might not want to be put on blast or nothing like that. But locally, I see a lot of people doing great things and I love it. Right. But when I think of woke, liberate, leader, terms of that nature, I think of a C.J. Walker. Yeah. I think of a Malcolm X. I think of a Stokely Carmichael. Yep. I think of Marcus Garvey. Always. I think of people who was just like, fuck this dumb shit. We need to get in a group outside and we need to put our little monies together and we need to buy this, do that. We need the blueprints of the city. We need to be doing this, that. Black Panthers. Starting the breakfast lunch program at schools for kids who were not as fortunate. Black kids are not as fortunate to have a meal before they went to school, after school, whatever, after school programs. That's what I think of when I think of woke people who really said, now when I hear this is what we're doing today. Right. Now when rants on Twitter. When I hear it on Twitter and I hear it on Instagram and I see it on Facebook, a part of me slowly dies. And if you're around me, you'll see my eye twitch, because the fact that we have people out there talking about T.I. getting arrested and him being one of the community leaders, and, you know, everybody's talking about, oh, I'm so woke because I know that this is happening, it literally kills me on the inside. It's like you don't even begin to understand the importance of actual liberation. So are they armchair? I would call them armchair revolutionaries. Armchair revolutionaries. Yeah, they don't go past the armchair in the basement. They talk all this stuff. They got their little headset on, barking, veins popping out the neck, but they ain't even left the house. Well, that's the funny part, because I don't even consider myself woke, and I don't consider myself a liberator. I'm trying to start upon that path with advising and letting people know what's really going on in the world and trying to create this channel. I told you about the Spotify boot camp, because I literally put in an application for Spotify to start a channel specifically based on liberation for Black people. Mm-hmm. That is where I feel like getting shit done. That's where it starts. When you're literally like, you know, this is the thing I find so funny. You said it, I think, in our second show. You were like, we don't have people who are prepared to do anything and everything to get it done for Black people. We're not ready for real liberation. No, and when I did that application for Spotify, you know what the first thing that went in my head is? What? I'm going to lose my damn job. Because some of the shit I'm going to say is going to piss off a lot of people, and it's going to really strike a nerve with a lot of people that I'm employed with. And somewhere down the line, they're going to be like, yo, you can't be, you know, entwined with our company if this is what you're putting out there. Yeah. And there are a lot of people that can't say, you know what, well, fuck this job.
I'm gonna go out on this because I'm about Black liberation.
That's a very scary thing to do.
It is
to go outside of your comfort.
It's a terrifying thing to do.
Especially
but that
if you have a family. It's like one of them. Well, how the fuck am I gonna pay rent, pay mortgage, blah blah blah.
Lioness said, "Where do I apply?" Unfortunately, it is over. You are about a month and a half late. But my girl Bobby is the one that puts me on to all of the stuff going on in the entertaining world. Oh, what another thing? Bobby is creating her own business.
I am, and it's gonna be coming soon. I'm not, but I'm doing.
You don't have to talk about the business, but the fact that you are being a part of the business world. I feel like any Black person that
I already got it started.
Right.
I did some sales. Got some stuff to work on, but I'm selling it.
This is from Jeff.
Oh, thanks.
I put it in there specifically so I wouldn't forget it in my car. I'm so sorry.
Oh, thanks. Because I was just saying, like, Jeff owes me some money.
Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. We had to do a little transaction real quick.
Thanks.
But by Black people stepping out, because you know how hard it is for Black people to get a business loan, to apply for any type of loan in the United States, to step out on a limb and say, I'm going to put my credit at risk, I'm going to put money into this, I'm going to open up in a predominantly white controlled business environment. That takes a lot of fortitude. And we all know now that a lot of businesses are monopolized to the fact that Black people don't even have a leg to stand up on anymore when it comes to creating their own business. But if you have the fortitude and the resolve to do it, you are already in the process of becoming woke, because with business comes ownership. With ownership comes power. And when you have power, oh, you a threat to be reckoned with. They gonna come at you with everything they possibly can.
True. And I am, excuse me, all about Black businesses, Black liberation, Black entrepreneurship, Black independence, Black strong communities. I'm about all of that.
Right.
And the one thing, and this is the crazy part, like when I thought about my my whole business concept, I started thinking about this, I would say about 2 years ago.
Right.
But I didn't really I told myself at first, like, oh, that's silly, you can't do that. And then one day I just say, you know what, fuck it, I'm doing this. If it fails, it fails. And that was my first mistake. I was afraid to fail.
Exactly. And
that's why I didn't have the juice at the time. Now I don't care. I've done so many failed things, because long story short, I'm starting a holistic skincare line. I've done some things. I've made some transactions. I made some sales. I don't even have a damn name for my products, my company, but I was out there boots on the ground selling some shit. I'm still selling shit.
Right.
And
but can you say a lot of Black people
still making orders and don't even know what the hell to call it, just calling it this. And yeah, I got to get some stuff together as far as trademarking and all that. Right. I mean, nobody knows my recipes or nothing like that, so can't nobody fuck with me when it comes to that. But silly. I need to get names and trademarks and stuff like that. But I was so passionate about it. I just say, you know, I got to get this out here. I didn't do the paperwork yet, but it's coming. That's why I don't want to really talk too much about it, because I got to get a website and a name and all that, and that's all coming.
But can you think of a lot of Black people who not only have the resources to start a business, are more afraid of failing than actually being like, I'm going to be on top of my Black shit and I'm going to do this?
That's the problem.
Right.
You're afraid to fail. And people don't equate failure to a learning experience.
Of course.
And that's what you have to look at. Like, I had to be comfortable knowing things are going to fail. Things are going to go your way. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to have to do things differently. And that's the process I'm at right now. I mean, the things that aren't fails, that are successes, I do sell.
Right.
But the things that are not, I'm like, okay, I get mad and then I get out of my feelings and I'm like back to the drawing board.
Yeah, and a lot of Black people can't do that, because I kid you not, when they did this to me, the application process ended on May 10th. And when they was like, we'll respond to everybody by May 12th, and I didn't get an email, you know, I went straight into teary-eyed mode. I was like, fuck it, I didn't want it anyway. I don't want that. I don't want nothing to do with
you gotta be okay knowing that people are gonna say no sometimes.
Right. No. So but then I started thinking, I was like, well, what am I gonna do to make this better? And I told you about the voiceover acting thing. I'm gonna go find out more about that. But then I started thinking, how many Black people do y'all know that actually own a media company? or produce their own media content?
I only know one.
You know one.
My pastor, Thaddeus Matthews.
Oh my God.
But besides that, I don't know anymore.
Shut up. So, sorry, but I actually did a little bit of research. There's only 2 black-owned media companies in the United States, and the CEOs of them are actually white.
So that doesn't really count.
It doesn't count.
So far we only know one.
So far we only know one. So my next 10-year business plan is actually creating my own media company for black people. Because think about it. I know y'all tired of turning on the radio and hearing the same thing all the time on every station. You turn on your TV, see the same thing by everybody all the time.
Force-fed to you.
Force-fed is not the word I would use. I would use shove down your throat forcibly and horribly and like in the most brutal way possible.
Like a razor blade dipped in salt.
Right. With lemon juice.
Yeah.
It's freaking horrible.
And that's one of the things where I feel like there's not more black businesses because, and this is one thing I used to tell myself, my biggest fear in life I used to tell myself my biggest fear in life was I was afraid to fail.
Why?
But that's since changed. Now my biggest fear is to fail and not learn from it.
No, my biggest fear is I'm not even afraid of failing.
I'm afraid of not learning from my mistakes.
That's a good thing.
And trusting the process. That I've since changed that. I'm like, it ain't even about the failure. It's about learning from it. Because sometimes you need to fall on your ass.
Oh, yeah.
To be a better person, to have a better business, be a better you, have a better home, better family, whatever you want to call it. So it's more, I'm afraid to fail and not learn from it.
Right.
I have to learn from the failure.
See, this is why me and Bobby get along, because my fear is the exact opposite of hers. I am afraid of success.
Oh.
I am afraid of actually accomplishing and becoming something and there being a void at the end of it. Because a lot of people live for delayed gratification. I'm one of those people. I'm literally one of those people that's like, I like the work, I like the sweat, I like the blood that you give, I like the process. But I will drudge to that end product because I'm so afraid that it'll either A, not come out the way I want it to be, B, it'll come out great and then that'll be it, C, it'll come out and nobody will accept it. Like literally getting there, no problem. I'll fall on my ass. I'm okay with that. I dust myself off, get back up, keep it moving. The success is what scares me. But not a lot of black people have that mentality of even getting to the success part.
True.
They literally just started, okay, I'm at step 1 and focus on that. That's it, no more.
And what is our definition of success? That's another thing.
Everybody's definition is
right.
different.
That's a big, broad.
Everybody, don't go by my definition because what's for me is not for you. Just so y'all know, whatever you think success is, some of y'all think, a lot of people think success is having a bunch of babies. I'm not with that. So everybody's success is different. So we done talked long enough, all politics and seriousness. Y'all need to give us something to talk about. Because I'm already through half one bottle of wine and I have not giggled that much yet. And I haven't.
Yeah, we got kind of serious.
Okay, right. It's not all serious here, guys. We're happy people.
What's some fuckery that went on this week besides the whole Cardi B thing?
No.
And strippers fighting.
What?
Well, because there was another stripper who had beef with Cardi B and they was arguing on Instagram. So basically it's 2 ex-strippers fighting. So it was like, so what, besides that fuckery.
I deleted my Instagram, so I don't really keep up with no drama no more. But I deleted it because I got tired of the drama because I was like, all of y'all are stupid. I'm smarter than most of y'all, but I'll never make that much money for being stupid.
That's funny.
No, for real. Like, if you think about it, Instagram is a place specifically made for insecure people who want other people to be jealous of their stupid lives.
Okay, let's talk about something funny. You might get triggered though, so I'm afraid to
Let me go
I'm gonna laugh.
Wait, let me get another glass before
Okay.
you trigger me, because she knows
I was like really trying to figure out what not serious but funny happened in the news.
Start the story while I pour my glass. Start.
Okay, so Cynthia G.
Because I already know what you're going to say.
You think she's being bullied for her bargain bin wig? Do you think she has edges? Yes or no? Is it a myth? Will we ever get to see it? Will she ever lift up the wig?
He's so stupid. For y'all who don't know, Cynthia G is a YouTuber who, I don't know what her exact topic is. I guess white supremacy. And she be all over the place sometimes. Her energy be off. But I listen to her. I give her a little bit of validation.
Do you think she has valid points?
Sometimes.
So you're not all the way Team Cynthia G. You kind of like whatever.
I'm not team,
I listen to what I listen to.
Yeah, I'm not team anybody because I think it's fucking ridiculous how black people always crowd around us fighting each other. Because every time I fucking look up, she fighting with somebody. Somebody got beef with her. She commenting on somebody else's video.
I tried to tell them she was a troll. She is a troll to the death of her.
I ain't got no problem with that. I ain't got no problem with trolls. I think trolls are funny sometimes.
Yeah, but people were trying to make it seem like shame on you. I'm like, y'all don't know this hoe is a troll.
And she's
been trolling.
I feel like she gets a kick out of it. Sometimes
she does.
No, sometimes I think she's sincere, but sometimes I really do think she get a kick out of it. But I think a lot of them
trolls everybody. I
think a lot of them
trolls black women, black men, and that's the crazy part. Like she'll troll black women for swirling, but then turn around and say, "Oh yeah, I'll date a white man for money." But you just got done trolling the hell out of some black woman for having a white husband.
Right.
Like, bitch, you're crazy.
Right. So it's just, I'm not triggered. I just think this is a non-subject because I
thought it was funny.
I knew you would think it was funny. You know I've been avoiding this whole conversation with you for like the past week.
I was in tears. I'm like, what the fuck are they doing?
No.
And I'm sorry.
No, you will take a shot at me. I'm going to take a shot at you. Tyreek be on some other shit too.
No, you're right. That's why I think the whole thing is funny. Because it's two trolls battling for Battle of the Trolls.
I'm glad you know it then. Because I'd be like,
it's Battle of the Trolls.
He trolled the shit out of her and she fell for it. Sink, line, and hooker. And I was like, you so intelligent. You should have seen that from a mile away.
That's what I'm like. It was all it is Battle of the Trolls.
Yeah, my bad.
All it was pretty much, it was Battle of the Trolls.
Freaking, are any of y'all trolls? Y'all troll my page sometimes? Because if y'all do, I don't know.
No, I thought it was funny how this is how it pretty much started out.
Yeah, okay, so tell me how it started, because I only saw her response, and then I saw all the videos talking about, why Tyreek have to do her like that? I didn't watch the other videos, but I was like, I can already imagine what he said. I'm not even going to go into this.
She had taken some jabs on him. You know how she always gets into her beta male spill?
Right.
She'd been taking some jabs, and like you told me she dabbles every now and then with him. And so he was keeping it cool. And even when she trolled Corey Holcomb, Corey Holcomb had him on the show. They clowned the hell out of her, and he fell back. He was like, "Oh, y'all wrong. Y'all wrong." He didn't really say nothing. He was like, "Okay, we ain't beef." He thought they weren't beefing anymore, and it was squashed. So he didn't say anything. And I guess he got wind of her taking jabs here and there. And then he was just like, "Oh, but the only reason why I ain't said anything because I thought the bitch was sick. She ain't got no hair."
Right. That's where I came in, where she was like, defamation of character. He's telling people I have cancer. I was like, well, you always got a scarf for your head. So I would.
That's what he said. He said, I didn't go ham on her because I thought she was sick, but enough is enough. She keeps taking these little jabs. And I thought we squashed our beef.
She made valid points in her video because she was like, he commented on her makeup and her weave.
Well, it does look a little crazy. But he's not the first one to say that. Like, this is what I think is funny. Like, she'll give all the smoke to men, but when women go ham on her, she won't say a goddamn thing. When women are like, bitch, let me get you a lace front, let me do this, let me do that, you talking this, that. I mean, women will read her for filth and she ain't got nothing to say.
Because she's a man basher. She doesn't.
Yeah, true.
She's a man basher. Like, I only listen to selected videos because as much as she say she love black men, I'm like, no, you don't.
Right, exactly.
No, you don't. It's okay when you're talking about white supremacy, but you don't like black men because if you do, where are the black men that like you?
I was done when he said she looked like Cheddar Man. He said she looked like Cheddar Man. He said her and Cheddar Man got the same wig on.
I'm done with you. I'm so done with you.
Oh my God.
Because she know I have certain feelings towards YouTubers. So it makes me feel some type of way.
That shit had me dying. And not only that, but he donated $100 to her Patreon to get a lace front.
I saw that too.
And she told me I'm gonna use the money to get a lawyer. Bitch, that ain't gonna get you nothing but prepaid legal. You better stop.
Do you know who Rob is? He's actually a YouTuber here in Charlotte.
No, who's that?
Okay, so
I'm gonna give me another glass of wine.
Okay, so there's another YouTuber in Charlotte. His name is Rob Smith, something like that. And he's a really good YouTuber too. And he actually, this is why I hate YouTube now. Because he actually commented on the whole Cynthia Tyreek shit. And people that's following Tyreek jumped on him. And he didn't even say nothing bad. He was just like, I think this shit is ridiculous. I think the fact that we got black people coming for black people is ridiculous. We just need a kumbaya. And I read through some of his comments. And they was like, why you always wearing your hat, you conehead nigga? I was like, oh my God. They was like, your beard don't even connect to your hairline. You need to stop it. Stop wearing that hat. And he was like,
why you got holes in your beard, nigga?
Right. I was just like, why are you people coming? Is it that serious though? Like, I've never felt compelled to comment under any of these people YouTube videos. Like, do y'all care this much about people? They don't give a fuck about y'all.
Maybe I should beef with somebody and have somebody donate some money for a lace front to me, because I do want to buy my first lace front.
Man,
I want like a Cardi B lace front. I want a good one. So maybe I should start some beef with somebody.
It really do seem like that.
Start
easy.
Trolling.
Front, we got a YouTube channel. All you got to do is like say something about 3 YouTubers in one video, and then
I'm gonna say something ridiculous too.
Next thing you know, you're gonna have like 3 million followers,
but I might take it too far and say something that might get me sued. That's my thing, because I'll take it to a 10. And they might be like, bitch, what did you say?
Bylaws about that. If you have a picture of them, it has to blur out their face. You can't say anything about anything that is private between you and them. Anything that they have put, if they're a public figure, anything that they put on their Instagram, their Twitter, their YouTube, their Facebook is free game. And as long as nothing that you post is in, accordance to their privacy, invasion of privacy, their email, their address, or anything like that, everything is motherfucking game.
Okay, cool.
The internet.
I gotta find somebody I really don't care about. Ooh, I know what. I'm a beef with Sarnetta. I'm some conscious dude. I'm gonna get some conscious person and beef with them. Say something crazy.
Ridiculousness. What time is it? We've been talking for a minute. What time is it?
12:38.
We're gonna go about 30 more minutes, y'all. Y'all ain't having no fun tonight. What happened? I want some fun. What y'all want to talk about? What's going on in everybody's lives?
I wonder, I don't know, I'm kind of wondering, will Trump get a second term? But I digress. I'm just...
You trying to make my damn blood pressure go up. That's what you're trying to do.
I'm sorry. I'm just...
No, okay, so my roommate is going to Ecuador to teach little brown kids to speak English. And I'm really happy for him. Super happy for her. And Bobby have always talked about how horrible this country is, and if we're just gonna pack up our shit and jump on the next island. And I'm trying my best to hold on to faith. Like, I was born here, I was raised here, my ancestors built this shit. Like, I won't claim to what is mine, but at the same time, I'm tired. Like, I'm tired of fighting with people. I'm tired of stupid people. Oh, never mind. Lioness said no 45 talk. Lioness said no 45 talk. No 45 talk. She cut us off. Oh. Hey, I ain't mad at you. I'm trying to enjoy my little buzz. I don't want no 45 talk. That's fine. That's good. If y'all could go to any country, what country would y'all move to? I want to move to Korea, but they don't like black people.
I would want to move. I don't know. For some reason, I really want to move to London, England. I just think it'd be really dope.
Why?
Because of the accents, and I promise that's the
you
main
don't
reason
like
why.
the cold. It's rainy and gloomy
I know.
all the time.
Okay, well, where's another place? I don't fuck with Australia. I don't like what they did to the Aboriginals.
But everything down there could kill you, so I don't fuck with that either.
So that's like, where could I go for a British accent and it not be gloomy and cold? I'm probably shit out of luck, ain't I?
No, there's a lot of African countries that have French and British accents that you could go to.
I'm not going to Nigeria. I'm not, listen, I digress.
Y'all gonna stop shitting on Nigeria.
No.
Let me tell you. I went on a date with this Liberian guy.
Liberia's cool.
No, wait. I went on a date with this Liberian guy. And we got to talking about all the different African countries. And he asked me what my favorite was, and I was like, I don't really have one. He was like, oh, good, as long as you don't say Nigeria. I was like, pause. What's wrong with Nigeria? He was like, their food is garbage. Their people are garbage. I was like, what brings on this animosity?
I've been trying to tell people Africa practices tribalism to the fullest. Like, if you're not from their tribe, they think you trash.
Right.
Like, people be trying to say, well, Africans don't do this.
Yes,
Africans don't do that. I'm like, you
Yes,
a
they
motherfucking
do.
lie. They are for their tribe to the death of them. Most civil wars are started because of tribalism there. Anytime you go, they know we're a lost tribe. They know we don't know where the fuck we from.
No, when I say they don't fuck with us, they don't.
Yeah,
fuck with
we
us.
don't know who our people are.
Right.
And over there, where you come from is very important.
Right.
When you interact with them, they're going to ask where you from. And they don't mean your state. They mean who are your people? What tribe are you from? What is your bloodline? That is everything over there. And you coming over there as an outsider, you don't know where you from, who your people at. It's kind of like, oh.
You just a stranger. You just a blank piece of paper.
But they are fully for tribe. That ain't never gonna change.
Oh no.
It may have gotten colonized, but one thing about it, that tribalism, what tribe you come from, that's everything. And if you in the wrong one, in the wrong place, that's almost like we're in the wrong colors.
Well, I felt some type of way because I like Nigerian food and I like Nigerian people.
We gotta be honest about Nigeria.
No, fuck that. Fuck that. You
don't want to be honest about Nigeria?
Fuck that. Every country in Africa has their own fucking problems, and they have certain skills.
Nigeria has a lot.
Fuck up. And every country has their skills. And if you mad because Nigerians have a skill of scamming people,
it's not even the scamming, girl. I can go over like 10 things that's wrong.
Go.
First of all, they still think Jesus is white. Somebody just paid millions of dollars to have a white Hey,
go ahead.
Every place got colonized. That don't mean nothing. Like you forget.
Guyana still practice Christianity,
but they don't think Jesus is white. Like a white guy with long hair can't walk in and everybody walk around him like they're
South
like a
Africa
Beyonce concert.
Is getting rid of their apartheid, and they know Jesus isn't white, but they still hang white Jesus everywhere. I'm not taking.
Oh no, they. If I could say somebody's woke, I would say South Africa is woke. They getting them motherfuckers out of there. They are out of there. Them Dutch are out of there. It don't matter if you practice with your pea shooter on the can.
I don't think
they are out of there.
I don't think they are. I think this is a ploy. I think within the year we're gonna see them moving right back in, going right back to burying black people.
I don't think so because. It's all the way
it's a good move.
All the way up to the judicial system. Niggas ain't even wearing wigs no more.
No, I agree with you. I think it's a good move, but I don't think it's gonna get that far before you start seeing people sniped and buried alive and in the gator woods. I don't think it's gonna last long. Because you're talking about taking white people's
Well, they're the minority anyway, so it wouldn't be that
They
hard.
are the minority.
Like, it wouldn't be hard.
But
it wouldn't be hard where if you say, no, this is mine, and black people are like, and they start saying stuff like, that's your land, go get it, and somebody fight against it, they tie them up, they get tarred and feathered. Like, it's just going to be a big debacle.
Second point.
It's not that hard to have a debacle of the minority of people there. It's not that hard. They're not the majority. If they're the majority, it'd be different.
It's not about a physical thing. It's about a mental thing, and a lot of them mentally
they're waking up.
Didn't they
just set a Chinese restaurant on fire because they told them they couldn't come in there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
but they also still have black people being buried alive as they're setting Chinese restaurants on
fire. Well, everybody got flaws. We do the same thing. Shit. We're about some black empowerment, but you can still hear the pew pew a distance away. But somebody owes somebody some money, so we can't even say that.
Right.
But wait like 5 minutes. But one of the things the thing about Nigeria, and it's not even the scamming. Not even, and take away the scamming. Take away the white Jesus, the what was it, 50-foot white Jesus. Take away that if a white guy with long hair comes through, they start crowding around him like it's Beyonce.
Okay, what parts of Nigeria are we talking about?
I don't know the difference.
There we go. Let's start there. Lagos.
I don't know the tribalism thing.
I do. Lagos, Nigeria, where my husband
So
is
that's
from.
where the coons are at.
No, that's where the coons do not exist. They do not go there.
Then how come I see so many people in Lagos in the movies with cake soap?
Because of course Lagos has the economy.
But
the
still,
capital.
but no. You can't say the coons are not there. You can't, because if I see people with black elbows, black knees, black elbow and black lips, but they light skinned, that's cake soap, and that's you not proud of who you are. So that's a bunch of bullshit. That's you saying I don't like my color, I don't like who I am. So until I don't see niggas looking light bright in an unnatural skin tone with black ass knees and black ass elbows that don't go with their newfound skin tone by way of GMO chemicals, I don't want to hear it.
Okay, so that's like saying parts of
You
Charlotte.
told me yourself,
listen.
your husband, people was like, you getting too dark. Are you okay?
Right, and his
Like
mother,
they told him to get some cake
his
soap
mother
cream.
isn't from Lagos.
Where's she from?
His mother is from Pyjas. Pyjas is the coonish of all coons. Pyjas is where okay, so you know how Charlotte's divided up? Like you can go to certain parts of Charlotte and you know each group of people that live there. That's exactly how Lagos is. Lagos is divided into 5 places. Northeast, you got all the white people. Northwest, you got all the people like my husband that are woke, but still want to fit in socially. Wait, what happened to the happy talk? We going to drink the 21-year-old tomorrow to the range. Yay! Happy birthday! Whose birthday is it?
Her son is 21.
Oh,
He's
yeah!
21, I think. I think he turned 21. No, we're still happy talking.
Oh, we're still happy talking. She like talking shit about my husband because I told her.
No,
yes, you do. When 2 summers ago.
Your husband is cool, but let's be real. He's a low-key coon. And I don't even know if it's by way of his environment.
It's by way of his environment.
Okay.
So,
but still.
I want a whole backstory to this. Okay, so 2 summers ago, when I first met my husband.
He still thinks Jesus is white.
He doesn't. We had that conversation.
You had to tell him Jesus wasn't white.
He was still not Americanized enough to know.
Because you said verbatim, you was like, Jesus isn't white, and he looked at you devastated like, then what is he? Like, you just told him Santa Claus wasn't real. Then you said his family, he posted
Let me give the backstory. Let me give the backstory. So I met my husband 2 summers ago in the heat of North Carolina heat. And
his melanin got activated.
His melanin got activated because he would walk to work. We only lived like a mile away from his job. And he would be out in the sun and, you know, he'd have his tank top on, you know, he'd getting his little tan on and he was getting darker. I loved it. I love nothing better than a dark man. So we took a picture and he posted it on Facebook and his friends and family commenced to asking him if he was sick. Because he looked a little bit darker. Which upon then my husband came to me and said, do you know where I can get some lightening cream? And I called Bobby in a fit because I was ready to throw this man out the window. Because I could not believe that this beautiful, gorgeous, dark chocolate God was talking about bleaching his damn skin. And I about lost it. Which then commenced to us having a conversation about religion and how we felt about religion. And I was like, oh, you know, Jesus is from Africa and he's black. Which then my husband commenced to look at me like a lost puppy and not understand exactly what I was saying. So after having the conversation, I kind of realized that my husband was not as woke as I would like him to be as a man.
Woke at all.
As a man.
He's not woke at all.
From Africa. But once I learned of the environment he grew up in Lagos, then it became apparent he was just a product of his environment.
Yeah, the colonization has full-blown coonery. Ooh. I mean, I won't say, let me not say not every Nigerian is like that.
Right, his brother, oh my God, his brother thinks skin lightening is the devil.
Quite a few would rather. What's the name of that artist? There's a singer. She's from Nigeria. She used to be brown skinned, and she used so much cake soap. She looks like she's disappearing. I can't remember what her name is.
That's why we have Google.
Yeah, Google Nigerian singer who looks like a ghost.
You are so kidding me right now, right?
No, like she like.
That's really what you type in?
No, but that bitch looks like a ghost. Put Nigerian singer cake soap, cause there you go.
See, ain't nobody come up. I knew that wasn't gonna come up.
Put Nigerian singer skin lightening cream. But you're gonna see, like, that's really a real thing in Nigeria. Like no, but you know what? It's kind of in Jamaica too.
Oh, it's deep in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Even Stephanie at work talks about it. Is
Her.
that her?
Yes,
is that
her right there.
Ew, that's what she looked like?
Yes, I'm trying to tell you.
Oh, what did she do to herself?
What's her name?
Um,
And she can't sing worth a damn either. It's fucking crazy. I've seen one of her music videos, and I'm like, she's not even talented. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Yeah.
Denisa?
Something like that.
Oh my God, her product is called White Nicious.
White Nations. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Oh my God, she got a whole song and a product. Y'all, if y'all, hold on, I want y'all to see this. Oh damn, where'd it go? Give me back. Sorry, y'all. Had a little malfunction for a second. I want y'all to see this. This shit looks crazy.
Because she looks crazy.
This shit looks crazy.
But anyways, it's no shade to all Nigerians, but y'all know yourselves, y'all got some damn coons.
Oh man.
And
okay, but that's every country. That's not fair.
Cake soap is being used at an alarming rate. You know how many people I've seen who were super duper light, like Tom Joyner white, with black ass elbows and knees and black ass lips. Like, knock it off.
That's not fair.
That shit don't even look real. It don't look like your God-given skin complexion. And they still keep doing it. Like, it's ridiculous.
I'm going to share it in 1 second line and got to figure out how to get it.
That's not even... That's more dangerous than physical slavery. That's mental slavery.
Right. I'm agreeing with you wholeheartedly.
That's one of them whiteness is close to godliness type things, where you think the whiter you are, the closer you are to God. Why? Because you have a 50-foot statue of Jesus, of white Jesus in Nigeria. So every time you look at that, you are worshiping a God that does not look like you. So you're going to keep getting the cake soap, keep looking crazy. You're going to keep getting whiter while your knees and elbows and ankles keep staying dark.
So my question to you would be, what about the South American countries that also use cake soap?
No, it's the same thing with them, but with Nigeria is way worse. Like, niggas, they're stealing it. They'd rather get cake soap than food. Okay. Like, it's bad. No, we didn't go into South America. We didn't go into the Dominican Republic, and how you got people black as hell talking about, I'm not black, I'm Spanish, I'm Dominican, and looking at the statues of Christopher Columbus with tears in their eyes because they've been psychologically programmed to think Christopher Columbus rescued you from you when he enslaved your ancestors and brought slaves there, took slaves away, and raped, pillaged, and burned. You know how many millions of Native Americans died in like 4 years? Oh no! Like, he wiped out a whole tribe. But they got you so programmed. You look at him with tears in your eyes, thanking him when he hated your ass. Oh, and you're not Spanish. You're Latin. If you go, Spanish comes from Spain. If you go to Spain, they'll treat you like trash because you're not one of them. Right.
Linus says, that sounds extra, Bobby.
What sounds extra?
What sounds extra? And I shared the picture, on the page, on the Dark Melanin News. Wait, I have a question. Why didn't you discuss this pre-marriage?
Pre-marriage? What do you mean?
Because I was young, dumb, and full of cum, and I wanted to be married and have his babies.
Discuss what pre-marriage?
My husband being subcoon.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because I was young and dumb, and it happens.
No, that's a real thing. Stealing cake soap instead of food. That's a real thing.
Oh yeah, that's a real thing. No, he does not have
Like
that mentality.
I actually saw a documentary where they had to lock up the cake soap because it was being stolen. They don't even lock up the food, but they'll lock up that damn cake soap.
Right.
Like it's bad. It's really bad how much people are skin lightening in Nigeria and Jamaica, South America too. But like it's really bad. It's bad. As I see more movies from Nollywood, which is Nigeria, I see more and more skin lightening. I see some actresses don't even look the same 5 or 6 years ago. Oh, you remember that
show you showed me on Instagram?
The Real Housewives of Lagos.
And that's the upper side of Lagos. That's what I'm talking about. That was where the beach is. That's the upper side of Lagos. And you see all of those females had bleached their skin, was wearing blonde wigs. And their husbands were was as dark as could be. What'd you say what to? What you shaking your head to?
Oh, no, to what I said about the cake soap being locked up.
Oh, yeah, that's real. That's a real thing.
There's so many people stealing it. Yeah, that's a real thing.
And I hated this, but when my husband was talking about lightening the skin, it took everything out of me not to choke him. Because I was like, you're gorgeous. You're beautiful. What's wrong with you?
I'm telling you.
Like, I don't understand what's going on.
That's that mental slavery.
Like he didn't understand. I was talking about going and laying in the sun in the water so I could get a little bit darker, and he's looking at me like, what is wrong with you?
That's why I'm saying that 50-foot statue of white Jesus is even more detrimental. But because you're seeing this white Jesus made out of ivory, right? Okay, and you're black, and so that's just a more of a reminder
of what you should be.
Yes,
that's understandable.
And you have the history. This is the crazy part. Is it's like when it's like with Africa, and I'm not gonna pick on any more specific countries because I go on. But I'm
I love Nigeria. I love Nigeria. It has pretty beaches.
It's crazy because you got so many black people here who want to go back to Africa.
Why?
They want to get in touch with black consciousness, and they want to go to where their ancestors went. They feel like they're going back home to where their ancestors were kidnapped from. But then at the same time, you got some Africans who are running away from who they are.
Yeah.
That's what I think is crazy. We want to go there, and you got motherfuckers who don't even want to be there or be reminded of who they are.
Right. I was about to say that's a never ending circle. So y'all all just want to be lost. Like I don't understand.
Chaos. It's utter chaos.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
And I'm not gonna get into the whole. I don't even want to get into the whole Ancestry.com thing. I'm piss people off.
This is how I feel about this. I'm black.
Not going there.
I need to hop a plane and just sit and talk with y'all. This post comment is too much. My comments are getting lost in translation. No, it's not. I can read you. You good. But you are welcome to. My friend Bobby will be leaving us in a few weeks. So
it's a month. Don't say a few weeks.
It's a few weeks.
It's the end of May.
It's a few weeks.
I'll still be on the show. Oh, it is temporary.
Yeah, she's still going to be on the show. But you are more than welcome to join us. We're going to be doing it Google Hangout style. So you can give her your email address. And I'll be more than happy to figure out how we can do a 3-way screen.
We'll do something like we're gonna try and develop something where you can call in or you can speak your opinion.
Right.
We'll have days where you could choose a topic.
Yeah.
All of that. Don't let us get on Spotify.
Oh, don't let us get on Spotify. It's a wrap.
We get that spot on Spotify.
Oh my God.
We getting the fuck out of here.
I'm hoping
we are out of here.
More than anything, they do put me in that boot camp for September. I need y'all to pray for me super hard.
Oh, I'm
because if I get that Spotify, man, if they put me on Spotify, it is over for the country. Y'all gonna hear my voice everywhere.
Yeah,
it's gonna be over.
And you already said you can't wait until you get hate mail.
What? I can't wait. Y'all don't understand. I am prepared for every troll in the country to come for me. I already got scripts and lists and context and comebacks ready. I am prepared. I am ready. And I'm a big mushball, and my feelings do get hurt, but I done pretty much heard every insult that you can possibly give, and I'm not ashamed of what I look like. I'm not ashamed of what I say. And most trolls are just little tiny insects that want to be squished in between your fingers. So I look forward to this more than anything in the world. Oh, y'all just don't know. Y'all just don't know. Y'all just don't understand. I get a like little sick high off of trolls. I know, isn't that bad?
It's not. It happens to the best of us.
Do y'all like trolls? Do y'all when y'all go into comment sections, do y'all specifically look for the people who don't make sense, or specifically the people who are like poking at other people?
I laugh.
Right.
Because I'm like, we're never going to meet. We're never going to see each other. The fact that you're so angry and so triggered, I think it's funny.
It's hilarious.
It's funny. I'm like, what are you so mad for? You're never going to meet me.
Like,
you're never going to see me. Like, even if we do cross paths.
What are you going to do?
Yeah, it's like, it's funny as fuck.
Nothing. You're not going to do anything at all. When you see me in person, you're probably going to be like, I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. And I'm going to be, get the fuck out of here.
You know what I want to talk about next weekend?
What do you want to talk
about?
I'm
a happy time.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
I got extra days off work.
When she says she has the time, y'all already know it's going to be something.
I got time. I want to talk about how certain companies are capitalizing off of our need to find ourselves. Let me go in further. I'm going to go deeper. We haven't got the time tonight to go that deep. With this going to be, I want to discuss it a little bit on here, but I want to talk about it more next week. But when I talk about people marketing and capitalizing off the needs of us trying to find ourselves, I want to talk about this craze of Ancestry.com.
What is it? DNA 123 or DNA you and me?
All of
like
them.
That?
Yeah. Listen, I'm calling out.
But what's wrong with it?
All of them.
Tell me what's wrong with it.
And how there's been many articles that say there's no way in the world you can actually know where you actually come from because your DNA goes farther back than what you think.
Yeah.
Your DNA goes farther back than 2,000 years from now.
Yeah.
And that science doesn't even have the technology.
Right.
They know that.
I know this.
No, but a lot of people don't know that.
Oh.
A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that when they do read your DNA, it only reads like what it do. Because the dude who does 23andMe, he even admitted it. I think
it only does 5 generations. It can only go as far back as usually it doesn't even connect continents. It literally just pairs off where certain DNA strands have been found.
Yeah,
it's not even a definite.
So if your DNA goes back 60,000 years.
And Pangea still existed. Y'all understand that, right? They're telling y'all.
No, Pangea goes back further than 60,000
No, I'm
years.
saying, like, a lot of them are saying that it goes farther than that.
Yeah.
And they're saying that they're able to tell where your DNA originated when Pangea existed.
That's not true. I feel like the most accurate DNA test, which I still wouldn't even fuck with, is the National Geographic. Because they won't tell you what DNA you have, but they'll tell you the path your ancestors took.
Right.
And that's more accurate to me.
Honestly, I don't even care about my DNA. I really just care about up to 6 generations. Because it takes 4 generations for any bloodline to be dreaded out. So I just want to know, was my 5-time great-grandmother black or white? At that point in time, that tells you whether or not you have claim to anything in this country, if you built anything in this country, if you can literally, tag something to history with yourself. As far as this whole, I'm from Africa, I'm from this tribe, I'm black, I was born in America, my great-grandmother picked cotton, my bloodline built this shit, okay? Like, as much as it would be wonderful to know what part of the motherland I came from, the motherland don't claim me no more. So why would I put money into finding out some imaginary part that I came from?
That's why I want to go into it, because I feel like they know that it's really not an accurate DNA test. It's like a tiny, tiny portion.
Right.
Of a journey but it's not directly where you come from.
What type of people are? I really don't understand.
No, don't do that, because the reason why I say this is because, and this is why I say that they're capitalizing off of our awakening and our need to want to find out who we are.
Well, pause. Don't talk no more about it. I think that's funny because this year, they did a census, right? And they had black people talking about they're not actually black.
Elaborate.
Okay, so the 2018 census, when they go around, knock on your door, ask you how many people live in this household, what do you proclaim yourself to be? African American, Hispanic, white, German, Japanese, Korean, whatever. You ever wondered why? I always thought this. You ever wonder why the percentage of black people is like between 13 and 20%?
They're not claiming they're black.
Because of ancestry type shit.
Oh my fucking god.
Because of their ancestry type shit. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. This ancestry, and because you got to remember, Ancestry.com came out in like 2007, 2008. So since then, the census of the United States has shown a decline in the amount of black people actually living in the United States. But you turn around and find out, y'all ever realize it only says like 13% African American, 5% African American. We're not the fucking minority. We are the majority. There are more people with melanin. We're the majority
of this planet.
Exactly. We're the majority of this country.
You know what? I believe that though. 'Cause I remember.
But you got black people, my skin color and darker, talking about, oh no, I'm not black, I'm German.
But you know what?
And they put German down as Caucasian.
But you know what though? I was watching Hidden Colors 5, and that was one of the things they were talking about. Is one of the historians was saying that at some point in time, I guess if you're from certain Caribbean islands, you can put down Caucasian even though you're black.
Yep.
Oh my God, it's just such a slippery slope. That's why I'm like, I got time.
But that's
I got time.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about this.
Be pissed. I'm gonna be going ham. But no,
I'm just
one thing about it.
Mic. She's just gonna have to mic the whole show.
Another thing I was gonna say, no, I'm gonna give you some notes. What you researched, and I'm gonna research some shit. But no, another thing I was gonna say is even you got to be careful when you do those DNA tests because a lot of people don't even read the terms and conditions.
Oh no, I read that last week. You know that
about how they DNA
match your DNA.
Is literally gonna be doing a world tour.
No. It goes deeper than that. Your DNA once you
to the highest bidder
give it to them, they have legality to test it against rape kits, test it against old evidence. They could even plant your DNA somewhere, and because you signed the dotted line, you have no control over your own spit.
We need to do every now and then. We need to do a conspiracy.
Shit, this is a conspiracy. Most people ain't gonna believe this shit.
We're not even getting that deep.
Okay,
we need to do a conspiracy night, scare the shit out of people. Ooh. I love it.
What's today? What's today's date? The 19th.
We can maybe do 2 shows next week. Like I said, I got time.
You taking off next week? You want to do it Wednesday?
I'll tell you my schedule off there.
Okay.
But I got time. I'll let you know, but I got time.
Well, I told you guys I was going to try to do 2 shows every week. I was going to try to do 1 informational show on Wednesday just to keep you guys on track with black politics and black economy. But I haven't been very faithful in that because my life is disastrous. But if Bobby can say that she wants to contribute and give me ideas to at least follow up on, I'd be more than happy to do it. She's the creative one. I'm just the mouthpiece. That sounded really dirty.
You gotta pause that.
Pause.
But no, yeah, we gotta get into this. We gotta get into people.
If y'all didn't know, there's
making money, marketing off of our enlightenment and our need to find and our journey of finding ourselves. I wouldn't even say need, our journey of finding ourselves and how they're making money off of us.
Okay, question.
What's a scam, what's not a scam? We got to get into that.
Question.
Yes.
I don't have no need to find myself.
No, I mean, when I say find yourself.
I don't get that.
Okay, so you don't want to know who your ancestors are. And I'm not even talking about in Africa. I'm talking about here. The ones who survived through.
I know because my family took precedence to hold on to the documents and the pictures.
Mine too. But what I'm saying is some families don't know and they want to know who they are. Let me tell you something. When you know where you come from and you know who the fuck you are, you move different. You don't even walk the same way.
True. That's why we hang together.
But that's why I'm saying I don't even knock people for wanting to do that, but I'm saying there are predator ass companies and people who are putting out these concepts where they want to capitalize off of that, and we need to be aware of that. Like when I found out about the DNA test,
black
people was looking at me like I was crazy, and I'm like, no,
black people,
you ain't even up on this science to know it's not even. Listen, I'd rather have an old-fashioned family tree done than go to one of them and give them my DNA.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'd rather do it the old-fashioned way.
Oh, hell yeah. I'd rather, like, literally.
Because, like, I'm like, I don't even think people really get the concept of the terms and conditions and how you can call and say, hey, I want you to dispose of my DNA. But even with that, there's still red tape. Mm-hmm. It's like, they tell you, yeah, you can do that. But we may or may not do it because we may or may not have sold it off to another company.
Lime has said, nope, my known family don't bother to contact me. Bump the no. Look, I feel the same way. Like, I feel that I have an aunt right now that, you know, she doesn't have any kids. Like, her branch ends right there.
Yeah.
But I ain't talked to her in damn near 10, 11 years.
But I'm not
She could have kids right now. I could have 4 or 5 cousins and not even know about it.
No, but when I say ancestors, I mean the ones who went through this.
I know what you mean.
And survived so you could be here.
But I'm agreeing with her. There are some people like my roommate, right?
No, I'm not talking about them. I'm not talking about that the family don't fuck with you.
Oh,
I'm talking about the ones that came before them.
No, that's what I'm saying. My roommate, Miss Eva's, her great grandmother is still alive. She's 65. I think her great grandmother is like 102. Mm-hmm. And she's still alive. But they don't mess with each other. But do you know how much information Miss Eva could get on her family if she just had a conversation with her great grandmother? Right. That's 3 generations going back.
Exactly.
But bump the unknown, because if you don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with you.
Yeah. But I'm talking about the unknown who couldn't even have met you if they wanted to because they died.
True.
A while ago.
True.
But and that's another thing I wanted to say too. It's like,
y'all need to be making a list of all the things we need to talk about.
No, but that was another thing I was going to say too, is we give a lot of precedence to African ancestors who were African, like still on the continent.
Right,
but we don't give enough precedence to the ones who are actually here, who survived being slaves.
The oldest,
who survived Jim Crow. I don't think we big them up enough.
Of course not. Because we don't. I actually read an article where the oldest person of Jim Crow actually just passed away. He was the oldest man and he passed away. And my thing is,
and we should be honoring him.
Right. There should be a parade. There should be people at his grave. There should be people talking about what can I do for your daughters, your sons, your children. Continuing that history.
Something else. Keep going.
Continuing that history. But the fact that he passed away and we learned about it months later really killed me on the inside, because I was like, do you know how much we could have learned from that man?
Right.
Do you know how much like information and progression he held onto? He literally lived through one of the darkest points of American history. He could tell us literally if we were on the same path that he was on when he was looking at it in the face. But nobody knew about it. Nobody reported on it until he was already in the ground.
Right. And that's just sad. But no, that goes into something else. And y'all might be mad, but I got to talk about it. Culture vultures in African spiritual work.
What?
And root work.
Culture vultures.
Vultures.
I can't say.
And African vultures. Spiritual work and root work. You gonna take something that's people's ancestors did root work, whether any type of spiritual work.
Okay.
And you gonna, as a white person, this is my thing. I don't understand how. If something comes from a certain culture and it's based off of praising their ancestors and you take it, whose fucking ancestors are you praising? Because it ain't yours.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if people do root work, hoodoo,
you
whatever.
You praising a stranger.
I'm like, who the fuck? If this comes from a people who use this as a way to spiritually uplift themselves,
right,
do root work, praise their ancestors who came on the ship and came before them,
right.
If it's based off of a certain culture and you're of another culture, who the fuck are you praising?
I think you're making.
Are you praising the slave master?
Yes.
What the fuck are you
I think
doing?
they're making fun of it. I don't even think when you say
no,
it like
but
that,
there are there's a woman and fuck that bitch. She knows who she is. She is literally she got a book out telling people do not go to Africans, do not go to Dominicans, and go to root work.
What?
And but go to us, and we are the descendants of the slave masters who oppressed those people who did the root work. Bitch, I'ma digress. I'm gonna digress. I'm going ham next week.
What?
But see, that's what I mean by people capitalizing off of people trying to find themselves.
No, you just lost the shit out of me. So don't go to the people who
we gonna talk
created
about it off the mic.
Yeah, we gonna
say nobody's name and I get flagged and some shit. But
she just started something because I was just like, that's fucked up.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're gonna practice somebody else's culture, somebody else's spiritual practice, and it's based off of praising ancestors,
that's so fucked up. That's evil. That's
who
evil.
are you praying to?
It's not about
who are you praising.
No, that's not even about praising.
And then you tell people don't go to the people who originated it.
That's not even capitalizing. That's straight evil.
That's why I'm saying capitalizing off of our.
Wow.
What would you call that? Capitalizing off of the awakened. What would you call that? I need a title. Capitalizing off the movement of.
No, it's called
enlightenment.
No,
African enlightenment. I don't know,
but
there's a lot of that. I can't find the words, but I know it's a lot of that going on.
Linus said, "Wait, what we waiting on?" I think that would be called ciphering off spirits.
That's a culture vulture to the fullest extent. Okay, so it's like you got the mental, you got the physical, and now you got to take the spiritual.
Right. But that's the whole point of the system. It is to bring us down to the bare bone. She said, share the link. Which link? I don't know how far behind you are.
I think she was talking about, well, I don't know, she's talking about health.
Right, we done moved 3 topics.
No, it's okay.
We be moving.
Cool. We jumped around.
We jumped around a lot.
It wasn't very structured.
Right. So anything that y'all want to know about, anything that y'all heard that interests you.
Or we should talk about.
Or we should talk about. Y'all are
but
more
we're definitely talking about the culture vultures of the awakened movement. People want...
That's a good title.
The culture vultures of the awakened movement.
Of the awakening.
Yeah.
And then you can have like the Amityville.
Listen.
You can have the Amityville house in the background.
Have that woman who called the police at Yale, have her in the window.
Perfect.
But no, because it's like, it's so messed up because we're at a point where we're really trying to find ourselves in so many different ways. And there are people marketing off of that.
I think I disagree with you.
And we need to be aware. What do you mean?
I think I disagree with you.
Why?
Because as much as I want to believe that black people are waking up.
No, it's not everybody.
I know it's not everybody, but is it to the point where we can say it's an issue? Because if you're if you're stupid enough to believe that the daughter of the slave master,
no, I don't even think it's stupid. I think we're just desperate for knowledge of self, and there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with
that. Because let me tell you something. When you here in a country and all your life you go to school, and when you learn African American history, it always starts with a picture of slaves on a slave boat. You're gonna thirst for more than that.
Yes.
Even though the system has told you for so long, educational system, National Geographic, History Channel, whatever the fuck.
Right.
You're going to want more, and you're gonna say enough is enough. So I don't even knock them for wanting to know who they are. It's been conditioned in us. It's not like the people... We are unlike so many people in this world,
right?
Who can actually trace back, with the exception of Ethiopia. Ethiopia is the only place that really kind of sort of didn't get colonized,
right?
But other than that, but even the places that did get colonized, they can go back hundreds of years and know what tribe they come from, where they at. Excuse me, blah, blah, blah. China, Germany, a lot of countries can do that. We can't do that.
Because they treasure it, though. That's their identity. No. They hold on to that because they understand the importance of it.
We can't hold on to it. This land is not our land. How can we hold on to it when... No. I mean, it was not our land up until 500 years ago. And please, don't nobody say nothing about some of us are Native Americans. And I know that. I'm not going to go that deep. I know they enslaved natives that had Negro traits. I know. I'm not going that deep. But what I'm saying is up until 500 years, Where the fuck was most of us at?
Okay.
Like, we got to think about that. Okay. I'm not talking about now 500 years. And if you think about it, we haven't been free that long, because even after slavery, then you had Jim Crow, then you had segregation.
Hold on, wait. 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 10. We're almost at 20. We've only been free for 70 years.
Yeah.
And so actually, if you want to count after Jim Crow, it's actually 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 10. 20.
Exactly.
So we've only
been that's what I'm saying. You got years. So many different nations who have a head start.
My grandmother's only 65 years old.
That's what I'm saying. You see what I mean? So when people want to...
My great-grandma was picking cotton.
So that's what I'm saying. When you've had this and you have a thirst to know who you are,
right?
I don't knock people for that. I don't blame them.
I knock people because... I do. I knock people because I found a lot of people are not genuine in it.
What do you mean?
They are... Okay, so we are African American, right? We are a product of our environment. Though we might have this knowledge that goes deeper than what they teach us in the system, we are still products of this environment.
We are. And DNA has memory too. Don't forget that.
Right. But there are black people and people of lower melanin levels that specifically go into finding out where their tribe is to denounce that they're black.
What do you mean? Elaborate. They go out of their way?
They go out of their way to find out if they're from anywhere else just to say that they're not black. I met a chick.
Oh, I see what you mean.
No, I met a chick. She was darker than me, thick hair, coily, beautiful. I mean, she was a beautiful black woman. And when I told her you are a beautiful black woman, it was like pulling teeth and nails with her because she said she is everything but black. I was like, what do you mean? She was like, well, my mother's Native American. How much is your mother Native American?
Well, my great $5 Indian.
Right, exactly. Exactly. Her great grandmother was Navajo. Her daddy.
Boy, when I pull out them motherfucking articles,
her daddy was Polish. She used the whole sense of finding self to denounce that she was a black woman.
So what did she just say? So what did you say? Okay, sis.
Yeah, because I was like, I'm not about to have this conversation with you.
I'm not argue with you.
I'm not about to argue with you.
You are what you say you are, child.
Exactly, but I know what you are. I know what you're going to be treated as, and I know how the rest of the world views you. Right.
Absolutely. So you thinking you this different thing in your head, but when the white supremacists meet you.
Right. So when
and they go by the one drop rule.
When you talk about, people finding themselves and knowing themselves, I do get a little cringeworthy because I don't want people... We talk about people in Africa running away from themselves. I really do feel like that's what a lot of black people in America are doing. They're trying to run away from the fact that you are ancestors of slaves. You are ancestors of people that were taken away from their home. But I also feel like the sooner that you embrace that, the sooner that you will understand the power that comes along with it. True. Because if there's anybody that can take back this country, if there's anybody that can change the world, it's the people that created it.
True. And that's another thing
But you go ahead and tell Takesha that she's from freaking Niger and her daddy is from Ghana, and she gonna swear up and down she's not American or black. She's gonna say she's African. And she does not have to deal with the struggles of being a black woman in America because she's African. Right, exactly.
Yeah, I
don't want to give black people any reason not to fight on the side of the people that created them.
True. and that's another thing. Like when we talk about the system of white supremacy, we got go ahead and try it. We got white supremacists who are they're old-fashioned white supremacists where it's like, if you're not Anglo-Saxon white, they not fucking with you. You got Palestinians you got so many other nationalities who could pass for white, and right now they like, you ain't good enough, get your ass on the ice van.
Right.
Like, they that into it, and they creative with these names. I remember I was watching a video, and some guy was in Silicon Valley, and he was Indian or Arab, and some white guy got mad at him at the traffic stop and called him a sand nigga.
Wow.
Like if you not Anglo-Saxon, you some kind of nigga. You gonna be a nigga, a sand nigga, a tree nigga. You some type of nigga. You ain't one of them.
Wow.
So that shit don't even work with them. Like I'm saying, we're at a point where it's like if you ain't Anglo-Saxon.
See, but that's
if you don't come from the tribe of the Visigoths, you ain't with them.
That's crazy.
The most you might be is a proxy or a decoy, but you ain't really at the top of the pyramid. Like they're taking it that far.
I don't even know.
Where they're like, you thought you was one of these, but you not. Right. Get your ass on that van and go back to Turkey or wherever. You got to go. You ain't. Nope. Ancestry.com, they lied to you. You gotta go.
It's tardish.
It's like now, it's like, it's so far, it's like, they want that Germanic.
So do you still support knowing that black people use Ancestry or DNA 123 to run away from being who they are?
No, I would more understand if you were using it to see where you come from and embrace that, even though, like I said, reading them science articles and all that about the 23andMe and Ancestry.com. But, like I said, I don't knock people for having the thirst of knowledge of knowing where they come from.
No.
But to use it to not want to be black, when you're going to be black to them, no matter what?
That's a lot of people don't understand the shit.
And what's wrong with being like? It's like we're so programmed.
What's wrong with being black?
We hate, man. I just think it's a sad state of mind when you really hate what you are to the point where you want to look in the mirror and call the police because you accidentally went through the bathroom too fast. Look, it's like it's
there is no.
I can't imagine hating the skin I'm in that much. Like that's like Sheriff Clark type hate.
I can.
Like, I know he called the police on himself a couple times when he's seen his reflection in the window. It's sad.
Let me do a testimony. I can imagine that type of hate. Because even though most people are like, colorism only affects dark-skinned people, it does affect dark-skinned people because we have to think about it the most. I remember looking in the mirror and being like, damn, I wish I was light-skinned. I can remember that. I can remember being in middle school and I ain't gonna say her name. But I remember she was light skinned, she had green eyes, she had long brown hair. Everybody wanted to talk to her. Everybody wanted to talk to her. But I did some reading, and this is kind of shallow of me. There is no genetic, benefits of being light skinned or white.
Oh, Lord.
So I was like, yay, I am superior. So that kind of fixed that. But that self-hate does go deep, and it is a mental thing. But a lot of people don't understand being black is the best thing in the world.
Yeah, when it comes to
we believe
nature.
We believe that we're the minority. When if you look at literally the scope of the world, there are more people that look like you and I than looks like any Anglo-Saxon that comes in mind.
Listen, I just did some research on a group called the Negritos in the Philippines, and it's one of the oldest tribes in the Philippines. Them folks look like us. Got fro, got kinky hair, big lips, big noses, just like us. Like they're called the Negritos.
Right.
And they don't even know, and they're like, yeah, at some point in time they came from Africa. They went to the Philippines, did a world tour, and went to the Philippines somewhere 60,000 years, 70,000 years ago. But like I said, we gonna get knee deep into this.
Oh yeah, see y'all had we done going off into all the serious topics for the night.
I can't help but be serious. Like there's too much going on. Right. There's too much going on, and we need the information. We need to be aware. Now, if you say fuck this information, that's cool, but you can't say nobody didn't give it to you,
right? Because that's all we do is give you information and facts. A lot of stuff that you might hear sound like opinion, but it's opinion based off of shit that we read, that we research. Yeah.
And we don't want like a bunch of just foolery, because foolery ain't gonna save you.
It ain't gonna save you.
It's not. Like there's a lot of things we want to bring in the future. We want to talk about the scamming, the concept, or the climate of awakening.
Yeah.
Talk about what to do to survive if anything was to happen.
Talking about taking power where power can be taken, because that is, we are not a powerless group by any means of the imagination. So you guys can actually check out all of our videos if you missed anything on our page on our YouTube, Dark Melanin News. Our email is on there. We're creating a Twitter, so as soon as you see us on Twitter, go ahead and add us. We'll add you back. So we want to thank you guys for listening in. It is late, and we actually got shit to do.
It's late here. I don't know what time zone you in.
Right.
It's late as hell.
But it's late as hell here. So we about to finish up this last glass. This is Mo and Bobby. Thank y'all for listening in. Peace, love, and coconut oil.
Have a great weekend, everybody.